As the Six Nations kicked off last weekend, so too did the second tier of international rugby, the European Nations Cup. 10 years ago, when the IRB's World Rankings were first established, Belgium were ranked 58th. Now, following promotion from Division 1B, they lie 21st. So what are the reasons for this impressive rise?
A well-planned strategy, a good organization, a good coach, starting with a good national trainer, but also the youth working, the under 18, under 19 teams who perform very well. And in the end, when you plan well, organize things well, the puzzle, all the pieces fall in place.
10 years ago, we were playing in front of 250 people and 3 dogs. I think that key to success is training. We also have in place what we call a Vivaldi plan, which is a part of the Strat plan, placing requirement with the clubs and with each level of the games in order to improve.
Work, a lot of hard work. We had quite a lot of young players to create a new team and a new coaching staff. Some of these players went to play in France to compete at a higher level. And we created a new spirit. Up until then, there'd been no pride in playing for the national team. And of course, we've since had some success.
The game remains amateur in Belgium, their leading players participating either in the domestic league or playing in France. Although attitudes are fast changing, it remains a minority sport, but its profile and the number of those taking part are on the rise.
I started playing rugby when I was 5 years old. Because my father was Irish and he loved rugby, so he put me when I was still a little boy to the rugby. So my mother was very scared because she was Belgian and she didn't know what was rugby, so she was very scared. But after I loved that game, and now I'm 31, so it's 26 years I play rugby now.
The challenge facing them in their first match in the top division was a tough one. Defending champions Georgia have taken part in the last 3 World Cups. Their players are almost all professional and include in their ranks the outstanding Marmuka Gergodze.
I would say the most important game we ever played. We played big teams before, like the British Barbarians and Argentina, but it wasn't like real competition. Tomorrow would be the biggest team we ever played in the last, 10 years. It's going to be interesting.
In the shadow of the magnificent Stade Roi Baudouin in Brussels, the Black Devils refused to be overawed by the occasion or intimidated by their opponents. That much was obvious by the ferocity of the opening exchanges, after which 2 players were sent off. With the sides both reduced to 14, Georgia continued to play a physically attritional game, but the Belgians stood their ground. And having resisted wave after wave of Georgian pressure, Belgium scored first. Alain Mirialakis with the historic try. 2 penalties either side of half-time from Alan Williams extended Belgium's lead to 10, and a famous victory was within reach. Georgia's relentless forward power eventually told, though, midway through the second half. But with less than 10 minutes remaining, they still trailed by 3 points. A less than convincing victory was finally secured with another short-range try, but Georgia had been given an almighty scare. 17-13 the final score, and for Belgium, a performance from which they could take immense pride.
Today we can imagine anything, and I think that all the guys and me will give everything. Next week also, you see when you see all those people coming to see the rugby, when in Belgium they don't even know what it is. I'm very proud of the team, so yes, I'm very proud of the team and of what we've done.